But another race that we do want to talk about and hit on is the St. Tammany law enforcement tax. It passed 2-1. You can see here, 65% to 35%. There were a lot of questions about this particular ballot amendment or initiative, millage renewal, because of the situation involving the St. Tammany Sheriff Randy Smith. What do you guys think that this vote says about his involvement and his decision to resign and take a plea that was very quick from the arrest to his now conviction? What does this say about that? Anything?
He did not waste any time in terms of resigning. We were able to separate the referendum from him in the sense that they purged some of the leadership in that office, and you were able to keep voters focused on what this was about, a pay raise and keeping the deputies improving law enforcement. That's what this was about. So they clean house, and this is basically reset. We press reset.
In St. Tammany.
In St. Tammany.
And it happened very quickly.
Very quickly.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder whether all of it was timed for that purpose. You know,
I don't think without a doubt. There were certainly forces in play who were trying to make that happen over in St. Tammany.
Well, you had a group over there that was very active and vocal about what should be done. So that was added pressure. And a community like St. Tammany, they were able to do that very effectively.
Yes, lots of other law enforcement figures were the ones who were coming out ahead of this to try and make sure that you know, they were getting the voters' ear leading up to this race, and obviously what their efforts did were successful.
Sure. Well, you know, at St. Tammany, like Jefferson and other parishes, you've got a sheriff and you've got local police chiefs. In New Orleans, we don't have that. We have a police chief. And so if you're from New Orleans, it's a different concept in terms of dealing with law enforcement. You can like the sheriff and not like the police chief, or like the police chief and not like the sheriff. And but as Silas has said a number of times correctly, they did a good job taking the issue out of the personalities and politics of it.
And Randy Smith disappeared.
Yeah. It was off. Yeah.
It was off.
So you think that was a key?
No reminders of him. Didn't see him, didn't hear from him. You saw the commercial, and it did not feature him. It focused on, everybody was singing the same song. It's about the protection of the people in St. Tammany and improving and enhancing what we pay our deputies.
Okay, so this was a pro-law enforcement vote, is what you both
In spite of the drama.
In spite of the drama, okay.